So I just got back from a trip to Charleston, South Carolina. Awesome city. My daughter goes to college there, so wanted to go up and basically spend a long weekend with her. And it made me start thinking about all the years that I've tried to take little trips, vacations, whatever. And that is one of the hardest things a small business owner can do. So today, I want to talk a little bit about how I actually do this and how I actually get to enjoy some of my vacation time. Now, with that said, this has been a long learning process for me. Going back decades, I can remember vacations and trips being ruined by the stress of the job, thinking that clients want something from me, that clients need something from me. And sometimes it was true. And sometimes it was all in my head. Anyway, let's talk about why I never tell clients when I'm traveling, especially if I want some personal time for vacation. Have you ever told a client that you're going on vacation and the response is immediately, "Oh, but you're still available, right?" And just like that, your vacation is over before it's even started. This used to be my life. This used to be every trip I took. In fact, this would affect business trips too. Clients become so reliant, especially for those that rely on small businesses like mine, because they see me as a member of their team, which is great, but also when I'm not there, it scares them. They wonder what they're going to do without me. What if they need something done? What if their boss demands something completed and now I'm not there? This is one of the hardest points of running a small business to get over. And that is gaining the trust of the client so that they believe you'll be there all the time for them, but at the same time, allowing yourself some free time and getting to spend time with family and taking vacations and, well, just not burning out. Let's talk about why clients lose their minds when they hear you're traveling and why they suddenly have all these urgent tasks that, well, weren't even urgent or existent a few minutes ago. Clients do not handle unavailable well. They just don't. They hear unavailable even if it's for a few hours while you're on an airplane going between A and B, and they begin to panic, right? Suddenly, they have an urgent problem that wasn't even a problem 5 seconds ago. I have found that even the most chill clients somehow feel abandoned. I call this the unavailability psychosis. If you have never experienced this before, just try it. I dare you. Pick a client and tell them you'll be out next Thursday. I can just about promise you that your attempt of being informative and hopeful in terms of planning will turn into a panic mode by Wednesday night at 4:59 p.m. They will suddenly feel the need for a full website migration, a new application, a new form. They will remember the conference that is occurring next April, and they need to get their RSVP form up. Oh, and they want to talk to you about a rebrand. It always happens. It's like they've got a sixth sense, or they just really hate the idea of you having any fun. So my solution? I have learned to never announce that I am traveling, to never announce that I am going to take any time off, to never announce that I am on vacation. Instead of telling people that I'll be away from my desk, I simply schedule their projects around that. And that seems to go so much smoother. So saying, hey, I can get that done for you next Tuesday is way better than replying with, well, I'm traveling between now and Monday, so I'll try and get to that on Tuesday. That's the part that freaks them out. If you leave that part out, typically, no one asks any questions. No one panics. No, you can't just leave, right? But you can put systems into place. So what I do is I have a colleague who monitors support tickets. Now, this is a non-technical colleague. She is not going to program anything. However, she can respond to a client so that the client feels heard and recognized. She also has access to server engineers and so on, so that if anything comes up, such as a crash or a bad install or something, out of the ordinary, she does have experts that she can contact and who can at least stabilize the situation while I'm away and until I can put eyes on it. True emergencies, they'll be handled regardless of whether I'm at home, I'm out for dinner, or if I'm traveling to South Carolina. The end story here is that clients don't need to know my every move. When I started out working for myself, I felt like I had to explain myself to everyone, and I thought I was doing them a favor so that we could plan accordingly. Hey, I'll be on a plane Thursday afternoon. This was a big mistake. Clients don't care why you're unavailable. They just care if you're unavailable. So the key here is just to not be unavailable. Put systems in place, but still allow yourself the time you need to do what you need to do. So now instead of telling them I'm going to be unavailable, I simply have people and solutions in place that let them know that we are going to take care of their task for them. I used to actually schedule all my traveling for weekends and evenings and stuff like that, taking red eyes instead of daytime flights, just so that I was always available to clients. But today, you know what? It's not reasonable for me to do that. Number one, I'm not single. I've got a family. They don't want to do those things. Number two, other people have schedules and that might not work with them. And three, I live internationally now. I live in Costa Rica, so almost all my flights are international and plane tickets are absurd. So I've got to fly when the planes are flying and when I can afford to fly. The other thing is that, and this goes into a much bigger issue, is you've got to let go of that always on mindset. That just leads to burnout, stress, and horrible situations. If you take one thing from this video, clients don't need to know your vacation plans. Just give them a clear time frame of when you can get what they need done. Don't make yourself unavailable, but don't make yourself always on either. Because the minute you say, I'm traveling, boom, instant catastrophe. A crisis they didn't even know existed until you told them that you might be unavailable suddenly requires your immediate attention. So anyway, set boundaries, have systems, and for the love that's all holy, don't tell your clients that you will be unavailable because you are traveling.